What's up? Let me ask you a question. Are you somebody who finds yourself going duplicate, 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 duplicate every 5 minutes when you're producing music? If you are, then whoo! Have I got a tip that's going to completely change your life? Let's do it. Hey guys, Phil Harris here from EDMcoaching.com. I've put this YouTube channel together to give people in their first couple of years of making music incredible tricks and tips that are going to help them make insane electronic dance music every single time. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now before we go any further. Right, let's get straight into it. So today's tip is going to make you a looping king or queen, depending on your sex or sexuality. Now, here's the thing, right? If you hang around to the end, this one simple tip, I'm going to show you how it can actually be used in a ridiculously creative way, not just in a functional way. Let's get straight into it. So, if you can see my project here, I've got a kick drum. Now, as I was saying, a lot of people find themselves just highlighting and going duplicate, duplicate, duplicate like this. And it is, oh my gosh, you'll find yourself doing that every 2 seconds. Here's the tip. You get your kick drum, you draw over the quarter note, you hit Apple or Control J, it will create it into the perfect length or a quarter note. And then what you do is you double click on it, so it brings up the sample like this down here, right click in this section here and loop current region. Now, like this. So when it comes to structuring a song, something I always tell my students on EDM coaching is you should always bring in a track that you're using as a reference. Then you can go and map out the different points of your reference track, like this is the breakdown, this is the build, the drop, this is where the track ends down here, and you just go boink right to the end, and you've got your kick drum going throughout the entire project. Same thing, so if you were going to do claps, for example, you put the clap on the second kick drum, that's typically the rhythm it takes, kick, clap, you draw over the 2 bars, because that's the point where duplicating, Apple J, right clicking here, same old thing, right? Loop region. Let's say you wanted to do it with hi-hat as well. The hi-hat typically goes between the kicks, but you'll notice this clip hangs over. So what I do is I just bring it back like that and then draw over this region here. Apple J, bring it out, and then watch, oh, hold on, you've got to do that thing. Click down here, loop current region, drag it out to here. Now watch how sick this is, right? Like this, all the way out. And then suddenly, think how freaking powerful this is. Now, if you come in, you're like, okay, well, the breakdown, the kick disappears and it doesn't come back into the drop. You just highlight over that area, hit 0, boom, you've got rid of it. You haven't got rid of it, it's still there, it's just deactivated. So think how quickly you could go through and start actually, working out which bit of the song's got the kick, which bit of the song's got the clap. You can get rid of that bit down there. You can start mapping out the song so freaking quickly. Okay, so we've obviously got our kick, clap, and our hi-hat together that sounds like this. But this doesn't just work with audio either. You can do exactly the same thing with MIDI. So say I've got this MIDI clip down here. I can come and draw a note in here like this. This is like an arpeggiator thing, so I just need one long note. So I can just hit a legato, which will stretch that note out over the clip. It sounds like this. Exactly the same thing. Draw in this area here, loop current region, and there you go. You got the whole bass line for the entire freaking song sorted. How wicked is this? Okay, finally, guys, I want to show you how you could use this in a really, really creative way as well. So what I've got here is I've taken away the hi-hats and I've just put in this loop that just is about this long. Sounds like this. Now, here's how you can use this in a creative way. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to loop this section here by clicking on the clip and I'm hitting Apple L. And if I come in, I can actually grab this yellow marker now and reduce the length of this clip. So even though they want this to go a certain length, we're going to actually say, no, we want it to be a shorter length. They can actually completely change the rhythm. Now, I suggest when you do this, you just drag it in on kind of quarters like this. You don't just kind of go halfway through because it'll make it sound really odd. But watch, if you bring it in one here, actually, let's do it a bit more so we don't have to wait so long. You see how that rhythm is slightly off because we've reduced the length that it's supposed to be? What if we were to do this more? What if we were to drag this into like a really uneven amount, like thirds, like this, like almost like a kind of triplet type? How interesting is that? So you can begin, and what you can do, of course, is just stretch this out. What if you wanted to bring it in even more, just to these two? Anyway, you get the idea. Really freaking awesome tip. And if you start applying this and getting into the habit of hitting that loop region and just dragging things out, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can just get projects done like that, okay? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little tip. If you did, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, tell me how much you love this tip, and make sure you subscribe to this channel as well. Also, why not go and watch this incredible video here where I built up a full Brazilian bass track from scratch. Go and check it out now. Ciao.